What's up guys, it's Dominic here, and for today's video, it's been a long time since last time nag-vlog about the Suzuki Ertiga. So right now, this video is very timely since just around 2 weeks ago, which is February 4 to be exact, our unit just turned 5 years old. So 5 years new unit. So if you can recall, ang first video natin about this unit was way back 2020. Yun yung time na nag-land travel tayo from Manila to Davao. Yung Manila to Davao is yun yung time na kinuha natin yung unit from Suzuki Auto Sukat. So if you haven't watched that video yet, you may check my profile, and also you can scan kung ano yung mga other videos pa ni Suzuki Ertiga na gusto nung tingnan. So what are you waiting for? Let's go! So yung invoice date ng unit natin was yung January 29, 2020, but officially nakuha talaga namin yung unit around February 3 na. May hinabol kasi kaming promo nung time na yon, kaya pina-invoice na namin siya na time. So yung price ng unit that time was 898,000 pesos pa. So if you can check yung price ng Ertiga ngayon sa market, which is yung hybrid na ng mga Ertiga, yung 900,000 for the GA manual. Yun pa yung naka-steel rims. And for the GL na manual or automatic, I think it reaches around 1.1 to 1,150,000. So for me, yung itong variant ng Ertiga, which is the non-hybrid variant, for me is the best buy compared sa yung ating mga variant natin ng hybrid. For me lang, based on personal preference, since yung yung hybrid models, usually if you're planning to keep the unit for a long period of time, medyo talaga siya, medyo it will babawi siya sa maintenance mo after ilang years, let's say 5 years, since yung cost of replacement ng ating battery module or yung battery talaga in general is, I think it will offset yung savings mo sa gasoline in the long run. So if I were to choose between yung traditional or yung conventional natin na Ertiga, which is the internal combustion na non-hybrid, I'll choose this one over the hybrid model. So let's check the interior first, and let's see kung ano yung mga observations natin after 5 years ng sakyan. So to begin, ito yung ating unit. So wala tayong masyadong na-change dito sa ating unit for 5 years. Walang any body repairs na nangyari. Still yung buong katawan ng sakyan is still lata pa rin. So the only thing na na-modify namin dito sa unit is ito lang, yung headlight garnish, and yung dito sa may fog light finish natin, which is chrome na siya. So na-vlog ko na rin ito sa ating previous vlog kung ano yung accessories na na-add natin. Still, yung unit natin is very good pa rin outside. Yung walang any fades sa paint or whatsoever. So yung unit natin is still sitting on a 185/65 R15, yung factory stock natin na tires. So I think due for replacement na rin ito anytime soon for safety purposes na rin. So we still kept the stock lang na yung Suzuki Ertiga na rims. So dito still original pa yan lahat. Lata pa, even yung ating fender na signal light natin. So since this is a GL variant, syempre wala dito mirror na nakalagay na signal light. So palibot niyan, still lata pa rin. The only thing na na-observe ko with Suzuki cars, not just Ertiga, is yung body na medyo manipis. So as you can observe here, if mapansin ba sa camera, medyo may dent siya dito na portion. Yung dent na ito, ang reason nito is na tamaan na ng bato. Even doon, 1, 2, 3, natamaan na to ng bato while traveling to Davao. Even yung sa hood natin, ito napakita kanina, sa hood natin may dent na rin to, medyo malalim pa siya. Ayan, may dent. Ano lang to, natalsikan lang to ng bato while traveling sa highway. So if you've traveled na from Jensen to Davao, you'll witness kung ano yung mga loose na mga rock na or gravel na nakakalat-kalat sa daan. So sa back ng sasakyan, still kompleto pa yung mga lights natin. All lights here are factory stock pa na lights, even this LED natin na tail lights and brake lights. Also the plate light, di pa yung pinalitan, so it's still stock. Also yung wiper sa likod, hindi pa to napapalitan talaga ever since. So ito yung parking sensors niya, still functional. So yung nadagdag sa likod is just the tail light garnish. And for the doors, yung door garnish natin and the door visors. So let's check naman the interior of the car. Ano yung condition ng interior after 5 years. So the interior of the car, so as you can see, all buttons are still functional, even yung auto ano niya, switch, and yung power side mirror functional pa rin ang lahat. So the vehicle pala is around 39,571 kilometers, so that's roughly around 8,000 kilometers per year. Na-stuck kasi itong pandemic, 2 years din siya halos hindi nagagamit. And ito lang yung sa aircon niya, 5 years no cleaning pa, just ano lang yung filters lang talaga na change natin ng filters regularly. Minsan pinaano lang yung tawag yan, pinapagpag lang para mawala yung mga alikabok. Still yung aircon usually talaga pag gabi or pag umaga, iwan lang talaga yung setting yan. For the ano naman, for the yung thermostat niya, yung Suzuki kasi is hindi kasi yung design na kasi is ganito, yung blue and red. So wala kasi masyadong difference if you'll half yan, for example ganitohin. Since ang mangyari niyan, yung lamig is magmi-mix lang siya ng hot air from the engine. So mas okay na full na lang yan palagi para ma-maximize mo yung aircon mo na capacity. Unlike kasi yung ibang cars na walang red dito, which is dun talaga nasa-set yung ating performance ng ating compressor. So for this one, wala tayong any warning light sa ating dashboard. So yan siya, yung ilaw dito is yung handbrake lang yan and yung seat belt. So everything here is still okay. Never nagkaroon ng sakit sa ulo tong sasakyan na ito. So ang na-observe ko lang dito is yung kanyang hazard switch is faded na. Meron kasi nakapag-recommend before na kapag ano daw, brand new pa, is lagyan yung nilalagay doon sa nagmamanicure, yung parang coat sa kuko para daw hindi matanggal. Hindi na kasi siya nalagyan, so hinayaan na lang. So medyo if ano ka, OC ka, medyo ano siya yung itsura dito. So yun siya, all functions ng aircon functioning. AC natin na light, yung outside air, circulate air, yung ating rear defogger, all modes here still functioning very well. Yung lahat ng ating aircon louvers is okay yan siya, wala pang nag-loose dyan. Yung plastic natin still holding up, mas okay yung plastic kasi hindi siya nadudumihan over the long time. Then ito lang, nag-add kami sa loob nitong dashboard cover, since medyo kapag tirik kasi yung araw, nagre-reflect yung dashboard sa salamin, so medyo distracting siya kapag nagda-drive. So ayun, yung airbag natin na panel, and yung change naman dito is ito lang, LED light para for more ano lang, mas maliwanag siya. Still intact yung ating sun visor. Ito, wala pang loose na ating mga hilap siya dito. So yung door unlock and yung unlock ng ating window. So check natin yung baba, yung likod. So sa likod, still okay pa rin yung unit natin. Kapag talaga plastic yung ano, expect ka talaga natatagal siya. So lahat ng ano natin is ano pa, yung fabric seats pa, plus yung corduroy na seat cover na free from kasa. So for this one, yan siya, okay pa rin. Hanggang sa likod, intact pa rin yung ating sasakyan. So check natin yung likuran. Yung likod, marami kasi mga Suzuki owners before, Ertiga owners na nagrereklamo na napuputol daw itong kanilang toggle or handle para sa pag-open ng rear door natin, yung sa trunk, pinaka rear monster. Pero so far okay pa naman yung sa atin. Siguro isolated lang or batch issue lang siya ng paggawa nito na handle. Pero if may nakapag-experience naman nito, as far as I know, kino-cover naman ni Suzuki yung warranty for this one. So ito yung ating unit 5 years ago. Kung i-observe yung side by side comparison yung video ko way back 2020 and 2023 nung nag-review ako nung unit after 3 years ba yun? 3 years or 2 years natin na review, ma-observe yun na wala masyadong changes sa unit natin. All ito siya, yung mga pang fold ng ating chair, still okay pa rin. So okay na okay siya. Okay. So for our final verdict of the unit, so I think 5 years is a very good period of time to observe the unit. So will I recommend the Ertiga? For me, yes. I recommend Ertiga and Suzuki talaga in general, since their vehicles are really reliable. So especially itong Ertiga, medyo nakakapanghinayang lang since they already changed all vehicles or all Ertiga models into a hybrid one. Hopefully they retain kahit yung sa lower end lang sana na model nila yung non-hybrid, since most people talaga, if practicality wise, mas pipiliin talaga nila yung mas lesser maintenance in the long run. Kasi for me kasi yung Philippines, hindi pa kasi siya ganun ka ready for a hybrid or any greener option na option for the cars. So hindi natin alam kasi after how many years kung magkano ba yung cost ng battery ng Suzuki Ertiga na hybrid, or if pwede ba siya na i-condemn yung battery, so the unit will just run as kumbaga parang conventional lang siya na gasoline powered engine. So hindi pa natin siya masyadong wala pa masyadong comments about that. So for me, if you're planning to buy a second hand na Ertiga, I think 2022 and below, yun yung last, or 2023 and below, yun yung mga last models ng Ertiga na purely gasoline powered lang, not hybrid technology. And for me, I'll recommend buying Ertiga. Since yung fuel consumption nito, if hindi ko na-discuss kanina, still it can run up to 20 kilometers per liter yung consumption niya. And basta alaga ka lang sa change oil, maintain mo lang yung change oil mo every 5,000 kilometers or 4,000 to 5,000 for regular oil and 7,000 kilometers for a semi-synthetic oil. For me, I'll recommend kahit semi-synthetic oil for this one para at least regularly na-check pa rin yung unit. So that's it guys for our quick review of a 5-year-old Suzuki Ertiga. So if you have other questions or comments about this unit, so just drop by sa comment section and just post your comments and I'll try to answer it on time. So that's it guys, and hopefully you will subscribe to my channel and view my other videos as well. So that's it guys, thank you for watching and drive safe always. So guys, just to add lang pala, hindi ko na mention sa video ko kanina yung ating ginawang service or yung maintenance na ginawa natin for the vehicle. So yung vehicle natin, kasa-maintain siya for 3 years. So from 2020 pagkakuha until May 2023, yung last service record natin with Suzuki, all of which are kasa-maintained talaga siya. So ito siya yung pinaka-last natin, which is yung 2 years, 8 months, or 40,000 kilometers, whichever comes first natin na maintenance, which was performed May 11, 2023, around 32,675 kilometers. So a little backstory lang kung bakit mas pinilit namin to stay with Suzuki na service center compared with other cheaper alternatives like Shell or yung other trusted natin na mga auto repair shop, is because yung sa warranty. So, nung year 2022, end of 2022 or early 2023, nakapag-claim kami ng warranty with Suzuki. So, yung pinalitan na part is yung steering rack. Kasi na-observe ko kasi na parang may lumalagotok doon sa baba. And medyo, kasi, kilala si Suzuki na medyo mahina yung pang-ilalim niya. So, parang tinake ko na yung opportunity to have it check and ma-replace na yung mga parts, kung ano yung mga necessary parts para covered pa siya ng warranty. And yun nga, as per checking, kasi sa Suzuki Davao namin pina-check, since sila yung may lifter, si Suzuki Gensan is wala. Pag check ng service advisor, yun nga, na-find out na for replacement yung steering rack due to factory defect. So right there and then, pinrocess ng service advisor yung pag-order ng parts. And around 2 weeks after, dumating yung parts sa Suzuki Davao, then pinaiwan yung unit overnight, or I think 2 days yun siya. And yun, na-replace yung unit. So, yung replacement na yon is free of charge. So, we have saved around 25,000 sa parts and labor na yon. So, that's the good thing kung under warranty pa yung unit natin. So, after nun, after ng ating service with Suzuki, which is yung 3 years nga, after nun is sa Shell na tayo na service center nagpapa-change oil. Since mas okay din kay Shell, nakikita mo yung unit mo na change oil, lahat ng mga services or mga job orders na nakalist is nakikita mong pinaperform one by one. And doon na medyo kampante ka na lahat talaga na-change. Hindi siya yung may mga kaso horror stories kasi na charge ka ng change oil pero in reality hindi napapalitan yung change oil. So yun siya, okay sa Shell, mas mura din, and okay naman yung mga lounge ni Shell ngayon, air conditioned na, and at the same time may mga coffee na rin sila na in-offer, so hindi ka maiinip when nag-wait. So yun lang guys. So to add also sa video natin, all lights ng ating vehicle, from the headlight, the high beam, the park light, the hazard lights, the reverse light, all lights talaga sa outside are all factory stock. So wala pang nare-replace ever since. So kasi why replace if it's not yet broken pa, diba? So okay pa naman yung ating quality ng lights natin. So siguro in the future, pag may may masira na or may need na palitan for the headlight, we'll opt for na lang yung LED, since mas maganda yung visibility niya. So for now, we'll still keep the stock condition of the car since mas okay siya, less maintenance, less worries. So yun lang guys, adding this para sa for sure maraming magtatanong kasi sa schedule natin ng mga maintenance and so. So yun lang. I hope this is a great testimony kung ano yung quality ni Suzuki in general, and I can say na okay yung quality ni Suzuki talaga. So yun lang guys, thank you for watching.